So what do you do when you can't sleep at night because you wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning thinking about maple stuff? Well, you get up, you do maple stuff on the computer, and then the minute you've got a hint of daylight, you go out and work because a headlamp will get you by until the sun comes up. So this morning I'm on a mad dash because the two-legged boss has got plans, and that means that it's daddy daycare for the day on a Saturday when I've got maple stuff to do. So I'm gonna go down, I'm gonna get my monitor set up on the tank at the Big Woods so that I know how much sap's there. That yesterday I was kind of guessing all day on how much it ran because it ran decent. I got the vacuum turned on at home at like 4 o'clock. And there's like a quarter of a tank there already, so it ran decent through the night, but it's 30 degrees now and the wind is blowing like crazy, so I don't think we're going to get much of a sap run, at least this morning. But then I'm going to swap a couple tanks in my truck, so put one in storage, take one out of storage, and then go to the Briny Brook Hill Woods and put that tank in place. And I may try and put a few taps in place before I have to go home and take the kids, but then the kids are going to learn how to tap trees today because we've got maple things to do. So the sap actually ran pretty decent yesterday. There's, I don't know, a third of a tank sitting there maybe. And it doesn't look like terrible stuff. I think I'm going to have to get my butt in gear and finish washing the RO so that we can boil some sap, because we may be, probably not today, but definitely Monday we'll be boiling. So I get the kids into autopilot for a few minutes. They're over there, they're on technology, they'll be fine. I fed them. I think they'll be okay for a little while. but I'm gonna get this line finished up. So it's just a short piece of 3/4. I've already got the 4-wheeler here with the spooler. Get this hooked up, count how many taps, do my ladder going up with 3/16, and then I'll tap this and then I'll hook that in because I'm gonna have to shut that down for a minute. But it's like 32, 33 degrees. The wind was blowing like crazy, but it seems to be letting up. So this shouldn't take that long. So I'm up here at the ladder where it crosses the road, and the sap's moving, but the lines are just full right now. I think I need to put a leaker in here. I think the system's too tight. I mean, it's like 35 degrees and kind of running, but I can look up in this one, and I can see that that one is running. So they work. I just think that I need a little bit more air because I've got too much sap sitting in that pipe over there. And maybe it's just a 5/16. I don't know, but I'm gonna put a leaker in that one, I think. Now I've got to shut this valve because I'm gonna go over there and finish hooking it up. I did the bottom part of it. Now I've got to do the top, but I don't want it sucking the drones from the pipe into the holes. Alright, so that's all hooked up, and I even went and I put the leaker in, so let's see what happens now. Let's turn that on. Run, there's a slug of sap coming, I'll tell you that. There's a lot of sap that was in this line. The other one was pretty full too, just from the natural vacuum that it was pulling. Well, not natural vacuum, but the tree pressure was putting out. This thing is still, it's cranking. It's probably been 3 or 4 minutes, and it's still cranking like it's got too much air coming in. So I'm gonna have to go back and close up that that bleeder a little bit because there's too much. It didn't need that much. That's why I use the needle valve. Yeah, so this is what I'm running for a needle valve. It's just a needle valve that hooks into a saddle, but it's got too much. I'm going to close it up. Just a little bit, just enough that it'll catch your finger. Worst part about these is that you put the leak at the very end, so now I got to walk all the way back down and check all these ladders, but it is what it is. This looks a lot better now. It's still running probably more than I'd like it to, but there's not much air going, but there's definitely sap moving through this thing. I can see it running right through the pipe up there. That's a lot of sap moving across this one. So there's like 30 some taps there. So I did 5 just because it's like 6, I think it was like 32. So that was like 6 to a lift. So coming in here, just a little bit of sap in the bottom, and there's a little bit here, but I can see it climbing all these lifts. think I kind of like these. There's like minimal air that's needed to run them, but you need a little bit. I'm at the tree where the two ladders come together, the 3/16 and the 5/16. The 5/16 is still jumping pretty good. So I may be able to cut the air back a little bit more, but it's definitely slower, and I can see the sap moving right through that pipe where it crosses the road. And here's just the 3/16 one. Spread out. That one by itself is flowing great, so maybe it is these 3/16 ones are better than these 5/16 locking up, but I don't know. I'm happy so far. So I missed one tap yesterday that I'm going to get right now, and then kind of right behind here I've got one branch that come down, and it's got the line down, but I didn't have the saw, but I do now. So I did run around here last night, like I said, in the dark, and I got a couple small leaks, but this woods isn't in bad shape, and across the road that's all new pipe, so probably just this little bit right here that I'll check right now. There's like 8 laterals, and then this one's good. So daddy daycare this afternoon. I've got this two-legged boss, the littlest one. What do you think? Are we going to tap trees?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna go try and get the Brook Hill Road woods done. Bridget's at dance, so hopefully I can get this done in time that we can go pick her up. But she's never gone tapping with me like this before, so we'll see how she does. She's gonna have to be on snowshoes just to keep her up out of the snow, but luckily it's warm enough the last 2 days that we're losing a lot of snowing. Well, I don't have to wear snowshoes anymore. Keep driving.
Yeah.
Brookie, what sound does the vacuum pump make? That was all on her own too. I didn't even have to help with that. Here, I'll help you up the hill. You want to keep wearing your snowshoes?
No.
No? How come?
Because they're heavy.
Oh, they're heavy. Okay. Let's get you up top. You filming me? Running right out of that tree, Brooke.
What's Sap doing that?
Because it's sap makes syrup. You know that.
No? You're Sap. That Sap looks yummy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like the hammer.
Oh, the hammer?
Yeah. Looks better than your head.
You up the hill?
Not a stick.
You're sick? What are you going to do with that?
Give it to the puppy.
You going home with mommy?
Yeah.
Yeah? No bosses for me now?
Yeah.
Oh, he's his own boss.
Alright, be good.
Say thank you.
Bye-bye.
Love you, bye.
Brook Hill, that's all tapped. I got that done. That's right about 80, 90 taps there. I can't remember. I haven't counted yet on that one. Vacuum's coming up. That's just a SureFlow pump, so it takes a minute. But now I'm going to head to Blake Road and get that done. But in between, I had to run to Portland to get some fittings because when that line came down out back of the house, out back of the sugar house, it ripped the PVC pit fittings off the back where it goes into the sugar house. So now I have to fix that before I can pump that tank out. And that tank's half full and I have to work tomorrow. So that's another project that's going to get done after I finish tapping, because tapping is getting finished today. Well, unless I missed any, that's the last tap. Vacuum systems are all on. Blake Road, where I just finished, there's definitely some leaks there. I could see 2 of them, but I didn't have any tubing with me or my two-handed tool, so I'll get that Tuesday because I work tomorrow. Or no, I'll get it Monday because I work tomorrow. But we're there. Boiling Monday. So what is service with Sap Spy? Service with Sap Spy is when you make a YouTube video about setting your stuff up and you say something's not working right. You don't even call or send an email to let Jeff at Sap Spy know that there's a problem, because you're gonna get everything up and make one email. Well, he watches your video and then he logs in and fixes everything from where he lives. That's what service is.